and welcome back to our course on modern web development. Before we dive into styling our React components with Tailwind CSS, let's quickly review some key concepts from our last lesson. So, Tailwind CSS is a utility-first framework which provides utility classes for common CSS properties, allowing us to style elements directly in our JSX without writing custom CSS code. Also, we can customize Tailwind using the tailwind.config.js file to extend or override default styles. And also Tailwind offers a responsive variants using prefixes like SM, MD, and LG, which stand for small, medium, and large. So we can see our website differently based on our screen size. So if we're checking the website from phone or tablet or laptop. And why use Tailwind CSS with React? So it speeds up the development process by reducing the need to write custom CSS. It ensures a consistent look and feel across components, and also it makes it easier to manage styles within components, improving our code readability. And now let's start by applying Tailwind CSS utility classes to our React components. Okay, so we're gonna copy this code right here in our lesson and simply paste it in our app.js in the source folder. And let's check our React app if it works correctly, and as we can see, it is styled with Tailwind already, so it's way smoother than without it, and it has this horizontal line, a title, and some description here. Okay, so I want to walk you through it first so you won't get confused. Okay, so we gave it some container classes such as max width 7XL, MX auto, which set the maximum width and centers the content across the screen. Also, we added some responsive padding such as PX4 and some for small and medium and large devices. So it adjusts horizontal padding at different screen sizes. Also, we added some spacing here, which adds vertical padding. We also defined some typography classes such as text3XL right here, and we gave it the value of bold, which styles the heading. And also we gave it some colors such as background gray 100, text gray 800, and we gave the whole application background of white, which set the background and text colors. Now I want to walk you through how to create responsive layouts as we defined here. So Tailwind CSS, once again, it makes it very easy to create responsive designs. So we're going to start off with creating a new component called navbar.js. You can name it however you want, but we're going to focus on creating a navigation bar for our website. We're going to go here to our lesson and copy this code. Okay, and we're going to paste it here. So the explanation as follows, that we define some responsive classes here, which is flex MD hidden, that hides the menu on small screens and shows it on medium screens and above. Also, we added some navigation links styled with padding, hover effects, and rounded corners. And we also added a mobile menu button, which is only shown on mobile devices to improve and ensure good user experience for navigation bar. And now let's update our app.js file to actually use the navbar. So first of all, we're gonna import it from our navbar component file, and under the return statement and above the div, our first div, we're gonna use it by simply declaring it. Oops, not here, but under our first div. And now let's check our React application if our navbar properly shown. And as you can see, yeah, here you can add your own like static assets such as logo, titles, so it will be way cleaner. But now it has the basic functionality of navigation bar with pretty good styling. So yeah. And now I'm gonna walk you through conditional styling in React. So sometimes you'll want to apply styles conditionally based on component state or properties. So we're gonna modify our navigation bar.js file to include state. So let's navigate back to our lesson, and let's copy those variables. And before we paste anything, let's import our use state from React. And under the function here, we're gonna import those statements. So we added state management using useState here to track the active link. Also, we added mapping menu items, iterating over menu items to generate navigation links here. And we added some conditional classes, so it's gonna apply different styles based on whether the link is active. So right here. And let's check our React app again. And yeah, so if we had those pages, it would highlight them to show that we're currently on about page or contact page or home page. And now we're gonna build our own custom components with Tailwind CSS. So we're gonna build a card component that can be reused throughout our whole application and leverage Tailwind CSS. So let's create a new file called card.js. And we're gonna go to our lesson and copy this code for our card. You can customize it however you want, but I use those styles. So now we're gonna use it in our app. Let's go back here again, and we're gonna import this. Oops, I mean we're just gonna copy this to give it some values. And don't forget to import an actual component. Import card from card, and and right under our function declaration, we're gonna paste those. So explanation that grid layout by using grid. Okay, let's go back to our card. So by using grid and responsive grid columns, as we defined in our component, to create a responsive grid layout. Also, we added some card styling. We added hover effects and smooth transitions for better user experience. And we added mapping cards. So we're rendering multiple card components from an array, which we defined here. So card title 1, card title 2, card title 3. And let's go back to our application and check if those cards are showing correctly. And for some reason I can't see them. That's very weird. Maybe I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to use them in our return statement. And yeah, as you can see, those cards are showing perfectly. And for instance, if we define one more card here, it's gonna show automatically because we gave it some properties in our component. So let's just card title 4, and we're gonna update our app. And as you can see, new cards are added. So yeah, good job if you did it correctly and followed all the guidelines. And now let's practice what we've just learned. So your exercise would be creating a button component with different variants and using this button in app.js. So instructions are as follows. Create the button component as shown, which I'm going to show you later, but you can customize it however you want to. Just create a button, add the buttons to your app component, and test the buttons and observe the styling. So I'm going to give you a second, and then I'll walk you through an example solution. So be right back. Okay, I hope you're still here, and I'm back with an example solution for our button component. So as you can see, I defined a button and gave it some properties, and here I defined some variants for our button, so we can like apply them across our application and just give the value danger or success, and it's gonna automatically apply those styles without the need to manually give the customized tailwind for each button. So, and it's gonna return our button with properties L and children, and then we just applied the button different button variants in our app.js. And if we go here, you can perfectly see them. So primary button, secondary button, success button, and danger button. So congratulations if you completed it correctly, and fantastic work today. So we've covered how to apply Tailwind CSS utility classes to style our React components. We created responsive layouts using Tailwind's responsive utilities. We learned how to conditionally apply styles based on state or properties. And we built reusable custom components like card and button, and discussed best practices for using Tailwind CSS with React. In our next lesson, we'll explore handling events and conditional rendering in React, further improving the interactivity of our applications. And once again, if you have any questions or need assistance with the exercise, feel free to reach out and ask me directly using my LinkedIn or other social media. And thank you for this lesson. Happy hacking. See you next time.